But
I will
then,
agree. I will
yeah,
agree with you, Genesis, because you're 100% right. When you go to a therapist or someone of that nature, they don't have, they have an investment in you getting better. They don't have an investment in you're right, you're wrong, you're right, or it's not you, it's them, or it's you, not them. They're there, as you adequately mentioned, their only investment is seeing you get better. And I look at things that are going on, and when you and I have these beautiful conversations, it's, I always think to myself, can we get back to a state where most of us weren't triggered? As you mentioned, we went from hoarding to shrinkflation. Now I'm going to start using that, right? And it was no different here. All of a sudden, people became monsters. They were hoarding things that they didn't really need, the toilet paper, the paper towel, and everyone was on edge. You started to see people who were calm, respectful people. They were on the brink of rage in some cases. So, based on your experience, do you think we could ever get to a point where we're not looking at everyone as a source of trigger, but we're looking at everyone as a source of joy?
I think so, but it's going to take work. It's not going to be easy. Like I mentioned earlier, we're going to have to really do some self reflection and soul searching and take off the blinders. And we have to remember to give other people grace and mercy because we have grace and mercy. And we have to be empathetic with people and kind of meet people where they're at. Because if we were to look at our life and put up our entire life on the screen, didn't people meet us where we're at? Like, if someone were to put up my whole life on the screen, I'll be like, "Ooh, dang! I did that back in the day." Ooh, I'll be like, "Oh Lord, I'm so thankful that you brought me from BC to AC, from before Christ to after Christ." Because oh man, I was wilded. Like I was like, so I mean, when you think about things that way, it helps you really bring things to perspective, and it really helps you be mindful of a heart, like your heart condition. And when I'm saying your heart condition, not a physical heart condition, but I'm talking about an emotional heart condition where if someone is hurting, you hurt with that person because it's a part of you being a human being. If someone is going through something, you care without wanting anything in return. You care out of goodwill and good nature. But whenever we have the WIFA method, which is what's in it for me, it's like, man, I'm going to get mine. And like, I'm not worried about him. I'm not worried about her. And if we have that, that same stinking thinking, then I don't feel like we'll get there. But if we change from that and go from a WIFM method to a what's in it for we, then you start to see how we could work together collectively to collaborate and be a population that's going to be among unison. And it's going to be, we could live amongst each other without any segregation. We could hang out with each other without any racial or preconceived biases. We don't have to worry about fighting for turf, like, oh, no, you can't afford to live in this neighborhood or any of those superficial things, but we'll be able to treat people as human beings no matter what their social economic status is and no matter what their races.